What's up, everybody? We are back. We're on Supervised Full Self Driving. This is V12 12.3.2.1, the newest build. The first thing I noticed was the visualizations much better. This is my first drive on V12. Super excited to test it out. Let's just see how she does. Just this short drive so far, definitely much more human-like. We do have on the auto wipers. I currently have it set to average, minimal lane changes off. I do want to check here in the autopilot as well. So we have average, minimal lane changes off. Automatic set speed offset is also on as well. So it should be controlling the speed. And we're doing about 34 in this 35, pretty good. Now to continue straight, I've never made it across this in V11. So this is actually the turning lane, and we got to get in the left lane. And we're gonna be navigating to Costco today, so let's see what happens. Okay, so perfect. V12 moved over into the right lane. That right there is pretty impressive in my book. Creeping up to the stop sign. Let's go ahead and add in our navigate to Costco. Now, as soon as I took out the nav, it did get widened up on this street. This is another street that has had problems in the past. We are going pretty slow here, 25. All right, so we do have the navigation back in. Choose our route. I'm pretty impressed. V11 could never navigate this street. In Vegas, you have a lot of large, wide roads as well, so this is very promising right here. Auto wipers are on auto and doing pretty good so far. Nice rainy day to test it out. Feels like it is braking a little early for these stop signs, but safe. I am going to be watching the curbs because I know V12 has been notorious lately for getting closer to the curbs. Going a little slower than I would normally go here. It does say auto max for the set speed here. All right, now we're picking up a little. Now with my left hand, I'm gonna be keeping my hand on the wheel for sure, just in case. Just a little bit of torque on the wheel, my left hand. We're a little bit tight on this path, but you can see the way it's planning. It almost makes it look like it's 2 lanes when this is actually 1 lane. But I can see the old marking there, so makes sense. Nice trajectory, moving to the other side, exactly how I would do it. Now it's kind of going wide here, so this is definitely not a good behavior. On V11, never did that widening out right there. It's okay with no cars behind, but those cars behind it would kind of throw things off. Again, opening up into 2 lanes, kind of wanted to merge over there for a minute. Moving lanes. Again, I don't have it on minimal lane changes, so it's going to kind of do its thing. Even though we need to take a left here in about a mile. All right, moving back to the left lane. It does say full self-driving may be degraded because of poor weather. All right, braking a little early for this stop sign. And kind of just rolling in. We're getting alerts for the poor weather. Nice stop. I do like that progression from the stop sign. That is beautiful. It moves quick after it stops. Now we have our left lane coming up. Left turn, we're still getting alerts for the full self-driving may be degraded. Pretty good trajectory. It kind of was committing and then a little nervous there. It's our turn. Pulling out solid. We do have this. All right, so I'm gonna have to intervene there. We did pull a little bit too close to that median. So that's one intervention. Back on the throttle, really nice. I like that. And we're doing like 40, now it's slowing down. Well, in general, people drive fast on this road. So if it's using a lot of data from other people, makes sense. 43 and a 35, that's just perfect. That's a sweet spot here. Again, a little hesitant, slowing down a little bit early. It's just some tuning, I believe, maybe. I feel like in general, people brake a lot later. All right, we got the green light. Taking off quick from that green light. I love that behavior. Now, a little bit about how it got beta, or the full self-driving supervised. Oh, we got a car here. Didn't even act like it was there. That's perfect. That's exactly how I do it. So yeah, last night I have been unsubscribed from beta for about a month now from full self-driving, and I got the push notification last night for 2024.3.6. Instantly I knew that was the beta, right? We've all been waiting. Now they do have a free trial going out. I looked for the email. I couldn't find it. It still didn't come. I got a little impatient about an hour. I went ahead and just subscribed again. You know, I can't tell you how many times I've sent $200 for canceling orders to Tesla. So I was like, screw it, let's go ahead and resubscribe. Super excited to test it out. And then here we are today on the first drive. Very slow to creep up to the light, but I like it. Nice smooth transition. Very comfortable. The way it emulates the throttle is definitely comfortable. This is all, by the way, it's a 2023 Performance Model 3. We're currently on hardware 3. Still getting that full self-driving may be degraded. Now coming up on this, after this stoplight, it does get a little squirrely here on the road. Believe it or not, sometimes it's just difficult to go straight on roads, right? So let's definitely see how it handles it. We should have the lanes widening up and then kind of tightening up, still getting the alerts. It's light rain today, but it is consistent. Moving over into the right lane. Again, this is not a lane that I would choose, but we'll see how well it holds into the lane. It is pretty wide on this side. Great trajectory. It is visualizing the line there, so it's kind of this marking in the road helping. Now to go straight, we're gonna have to get back into the left lane. This is the right only. Running out of space. I would do it right now, and Beta's doing it at the last second, but pulled it off. Oh, now we're kind of going wide. I'm gonna have to go and intervene there. So that's second intervention. We're back on. By the way, I haven't been initiating the wipers at all. This is all auto wipers, so it definitely is doing a much better job. Now we're pulling out quick from that stop sign. We got the arrow on because again, we have this huge wide lane here. And this is the one area in Vegas where I wanted to see how V12 actually performed, because we don't have a lot of great lane markings in some of these more rural areas. Like we got a huge lane here, but we are trajectorying right in the middle. That's good. It's just whenever you're in traffic on these type of roads, any type of weird behavior will definitely throw off traffic. So far, so good. I can kind of feel it like goosing the throttle here and there, kind of figuring things out a little bit. Kind of gets off, gets on a little bit. It's still comfortable though. more so than before at least. All right, slowing down again a little bit early. It slows down and then you can feel it letting off the throttle to coast a little bit. Now to get it stay straight, we do have to curve a little here on this lane. And it looks like we're going right into the middle, so it didn't pull that curve off too well. V11 actually was doing pretty good there. And again, a little hesitant on the speed. We're at 35, it's doing 29. Again, another large, wide open road coming up. We should veer right to the left. More alerts. All right, so this is good. This is pretty good trajectory where we want to be. We don't want to be in the middle. We don't want to be on the far side. I still loving. I've missed beta. I unsubscribed for about a month. I didn't have beta, and I tell you what, even right now, kind of cruising slow, it's so much better than driving yourself. That whole month without beta, I like waited to get onto a nice clean road just to kick on autopilot or maybe even traffic aware cruise control. You really miss. I love beta, and now we're gonna be calling it Supervised Full Self Driving, even better. And the rate of progress with all the compute power they got going on now should be exponential. We will see. Now we're pulling up into 2 lanes here. And it kind of wanted to move, but it is moving over. We're going to be going straight through the light. I don't mind being in this lane. More alerts. Again, slowing down a little early. That time it kept a really progressive slowdown, not as much coasting involved. All right, we got the green light. We do have 3 lanes here merging into 2, so we need to definitely stay in the middle. Don't want it to creep to that right side. Okay, very good. Just kind of hesitant there for a second. Okay, now that's another disengagement. Just trying to pull us into the safety lane there, or the curb lane. What do you call that? The shoulder. Huge shoulder. It's the size of a lane, right? So that's 3 interventions, mild ones, except for that one going for the curb. All right, now we're getting into the turning lane. This is accurate. I guess we could have been in that lane, but ideally it is the shoulder. It's not a 3-lane road. We do have the white line there. And this will be a good road to test out too, because we have a lot of different lane styles coming in here. Even though, again, we're going straight. Very nice turn on red, although I'm going to intervene again, so we do have a car coming from over here. Beta was going for it, but it started hesitating, and that's where I took over. So four interventions. Even though with 4 interventions, I still love it way more than V11, that is for sure. See how she does. So again, we'll be coming up to this stop sign, and then we're going to definitely have to get in the left lane to continue straight. And you know, I don't know, is it doing these interventions because it's raining today? I'm not too sure. I doubt it though. It's very light rain. Now we're coming up to the stop sign and starting the initiation of the braking. Again, a little early. It's coasting to the stop sign now. All right, we got the full stop. We have this truck on our right. It's our turn. And the truck went ahead and jumped forward. Beta's all in control here, and I'm going to let it do its thing perfectly. Very well done. It was our turn. The truck decided to take its own turn. Beta reacted perfectly. There was no touching of the wheel pedals at all there. Now, this is a turn lane. We do have to get over to the left lane quickly. 3, 2, 1. Okay, perfect. It seems like it wants to do it right there at the end. And I didn't put on any arrows or anything. I'm letting Beta do it all. Or supervised full self-driving. My goodness, it'll always be Beta to me. Doing really good trajectory here. A lot of times V11 will get squarely, go towards the middle. Now the true thing will be after this stop sign, V11 always curved to the right and started hugging the right. Let's see how V12 does. So ideally we want to path straight through the stop sign and stay straight. We don't want to do any curving to the right here. All right, 4-way stop. We got traffic. It's our turn now. Perfect. That is amazing. And Beta's holding the line. All right, now you can see it's kind of squirreling over just a little bit, but not too bad. Definitely not the worst I've seen. Now, after we do our next left turn on the stop sign, I believe we do have some speed bumps. See, the truck right behind me is in pathing more on the left, but since I'm out to the right, he doesn't really know what I'm doing. Just kind of getting aggressive there. We're kind of just cruising right in the middle. On the brake, a little early. More alerts. All right, got the Hyundai to the right's turn. Now it's ours next. Oh, a little hesitant, but jumped on it. Not enough to notice for behind, but it kind of jumped just an inch and then stopped and then went. So depending on how aware the driver behind us is, if they notice or not. I would notice things like that for sure. All right, now this lane is kind of ending here. We do need to kind of merge over to the right a little bit. We're right in the middle. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and intervene. We're driving right in the middle of the lane. Put on Beta again, and we're gonna do the left turn. And a little slow, but it did it. So that was intervention number 5, driving into the, now we got the speed bumps here. All right, very good, about 15, that's perfect. You can see speed hump signs, you can see the hump on the ground, signs, the arrows. Very good. It slowed down a little early for this hump. Let's see, I can't even see it on the visualizations at all, but it definitely slowed down for him. We got one more hump. Now we got Costco parking lot to the right. I'm gonna let it go and see if it'll park for us. I doubt it because we just have the Costco, but let's see if we can. I like to park around the back, by the way, but let's see how she does. She can pull into the parking lot. All right. We got a lot of traffic. I'm letting Beta do it all. I was about to intervene on throttle, but I did not. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel it here because our parking is here in the back. But I tell you what, minus the 5 interventions, much more human-like, much more smoother. I could see myself using this almost day to day. I mean, not that I didn't already on V11, but V12 is definitely a step above. All right, I wanted to show you one more feature here. We got auto park. We do have someone right behind, but let's go ahead and start the auto park and see if Beta can get in here. I know this car behind me is probably wondering what's going on, but let's see. All right, Beta's going up slow. It's funny, we got people in front, we got the car behind, and here is auto park. A little slow to get in there, but pretty smooth actually. Look at that. Perfect in the lines. I don't know why it spun the wheel like that, but it did straighten out. Very cool. Thanks for watching, everybody.